That happened this last Thursday. And by 3 a.m. on Friday morning, it started receding because it started dropping again. And that is when it's back to normal, which is now. We will start, those water will start discharging. So that's part of even another phenomenon we battle with here.
Oh.
And at that Atlantic, those places that fringe of the Atlantic Ocean, is the tidal wave too they battle with. Most of our inland water will not flow into the Atlantic Ocean. They will flow into the lagoon. The lagoon will now get in contact with the Atlantic. The Commodore Channel, that's where they get in contact with in Lagos. In contact with each other. So it gets replenished.
Okay.
They replenish each other.
The Commodore what?
Channel.
Channel, where is that?
That is the one that will take you from the Atlantic Ocean into the port, into the Apapa port.
Apapa, okay.
So you know it comes down like that between Marina and Apapa.
Yeah.
That's the Commodore Channel, down to the lagoon, to our lagoon.
So when the
they
tide
meet
of
around
when the tide of the ocean is high, the lagoon can't flow back in.
Yes.
So it now flows out the other way. It flows backwards. And then when the tide
there will be translated to the lagoon.
And so the lagoon rises.
Yes.
And then
it locks
out the inflows.
Outflows into it. So there will be damping of flow of our water.
But then the question will be, now that we know that the glaciers are melting up north, that continuous rise will be there. What's the plan to ensure that homes are not lost?
It's difficult for you to say and tell somebody to move away. You know, we are all human beings, but we show them proof to say, look, we know what we are talking about. This is what is happening elsewhere. We are not immune from it. There is nothing we have done fantastically that will now say we are locking up the ocean away from us. So we please beg you to move. And apart from that, Lagos State government is spending so much money to make groins. You know what they call groins? It's an inbuilt of rocky fingers into the ocean from the coastline.
Okay.
And we are.
They are Bar Beach, aren't they?
Yes. If you go from Alpha Beach, Goshen Estate, the ocean was almost going to wipe them out. So the state government started this. And His Excellency has promised that he's going to take it up through the length of the of our coastal area in Lagos. It's huge, but we are determined to do it. His Excellency is determined. So that's part of what we are doing. We are making sure that our coastline are not eroded anymore. Instead, sand will be accumulating on it, and we will be building more of our coastline instead of it getting eroded.
I remember growing up in Lagos when you went to Bar Beach.
Yes.
You parked your car and you walked about a mile.
Your parents will start chasing after you
before you get to the water.
Tunde, stop. That's what they will be doing to you. And you run. So what we have done, we are putting up Atlantic City there. We have just reclaimed what we lost. You understand? Some people were afraid that what are we doing? Are we not going after the ocean? Will we not fight back? No. It is what we lost we took back. And it is well done. Look, we brought people, visitors from up there, from the developed world to see Bar Beach. They were very surprised that we've done that kind of thing there.
Mr. Alozie, as we wind down, climate change is affecting the ice in the North Pole. So water levels are rising across board. And in the face of climate change, rising water levels, and the attitude of the people that the Commissioner talked about, you also mentioned as well, what would you advise that we do in this year and going forward to manage our water levels?
Well, there is a limited choice, but let me say something about Lagos State and indeed most parts of the Southwest, based on also data. I'm glad the Honorable Commissioner, the way he speaks about data, seems to be a data expert. I am a data expert also, Met Data. We are having right now unprecedented heavy rainfall in the southwest. We are seeing one-day rainfall in excess of 100 millimeters, one day. Indeed, a couple of days back, somewhere in Oshogbo or thereabouts recorded 135 millimeters in one day. In a situation where the soils are already saturated, where will the water go to? Where will this large amount of water go to? Your guess is as good as mine. So we have limited choice. The first that we should do, I mean, we can borrow leave from there are some states that are doing well in terms of advocacy. Take, for instance, if you go to Calabar, Cross River, and Akwa Ibom, I visited those places recently. They are still sweeping their streets, clearing their gutters. The other time we saw the governor of one of these states, even on the street himself, making sure that the people, that is good leadership, telling the people that they should do this. And he spearheaded it himself. So very good, the Honorable Commissioner has indicated the interest of the state government, Lagos State, to ensure that the people listen to it. I was really happy to hear him say this morning he went out personally. I believe that seeing him around, the people will, even those who do not want to, will say, wow, let them try. And so advocacy, sensitization programs are very important. Maybe we can also bring in the issue of, what is it called? Is it a village meeting or community meeting?
Okay.
Where senior government officials attend, if you call a meeting of all the people.
We'll have to go right now. I want to thank you so much for speaking with us. Dr. Adejare, you're in closing rather.
I would just say that Mr. Alozie, what he said, he mentioned Calabar, Akwa Ibom, and he didn't mention Lagos. We are sweeping here. We are taking care of our drainages.
Okay.
With every drop of the rain, I'm on the streets. I'm not inside my house.
Okay.
Every drop of it.
All right.
And we are His Excellency is also in contact with me every time when it's raining. So
Adejare, we'll have to
and he asks about all these issues.
Dr. Adejare,
plans of what we are doing.
Thank you very much.
What we say intend to do.
Thank you very much, Dr. Babatunde Adejare, Commissioner for Environment, Lagos, and Mr. Joseph Alozie, General Manager, Climate Affairs, NIMET. And thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. Sunrise will be back in a moment. Please don't go away.